Alright, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone is having a solid morning so far. What happened, guys? Mute the button. Not sure what you mean by that, Casper. But all right. Let's get into this morning watch list. OCGN this morning is our gapper, and let's dive into this play and let's see what we got going on. So what we like to do first, like to pull up the daily chart here on OCGN and like to dissect this and kind of look like what it's done in the past. Has it gone on a history of running back in the past. So let's go back and look at some of these days that it's gone on in the past. So must have reverse split here back in the past. So let's see what we got more recently on OCGN. So it's kind of hard because these numbers are a little bit wacky because must have gone on some reverse splits. You can see here on some of these days it did go on a run this day, but very light on the volume, only 766K shares. So let's look at some more recent days on OCGN here. So opened at 14, closed at 10, but did hit a high of 17. So it went on a quick little rip out of the gates. Still lighter on the volume there. 1.9 million shares traded on that day. Let's go look at here. We had another big volume day. Opened at 14, hit a high of 18, closed around the highs. That was a day 2 run. We like looking at the day 1s because this is a day 1 move right now. Let's see. Opened up at 15, ran the 16, closed below the open. Just stay here. Opened up at 7, hit a high of 862, and closed towards the low. So you kind of see the trend on this play. It's one of those. Goes on a quick little rip and likes to give back its gains. So it does have a history of giving back its gains on some of these prior day runs. Given it that today, it is much higher than the prior days that it's gone on those rips and runs. Right now it's doing a 1.2 million in volume, so it's on pace to do probably its highest day in its lifetime here on OCGN this morning. And so far, this chart's been pretty beat. I'm not sure if they had any sort of bad news which caused this drop, but you can see here it's pretty beat, this chart on OCGN now, trading at $1.50 at the moment. So let's see. And you guys got to remember, something that you really have to remember pretty strongly in this market, that we're not in a strong market right now, guys. We're not seeing a lot of breakouts. We're not seeing a lot of follow through. Seeing a lot of stocks with good setups, good statistics that are going on false breakouts, and we aren't getting that volume push that we normally have in the small cap market right now. So just keep that in mind. Remember that we're not in the hottest time right now. So always just keep that in mind. Until things change, you have to keep that in mind. And I do see that they did have a recent S1 filed of 111 million of common stock shares. So we do have a recent S1 filing on the play here on OCGN. As you guys know, I'm not the best at filings and reading into the fundamentals and that stuff, but we're a big team here. We have people who are good at that stuff, and we have others who are good at the technicals and the momentum side, trading like myself. So we have a good team here, guys. You'll help each other. I know Bull or Stock Block, posted that over in Discord, and then House, kind of gave his opinion and thoughts on it. So, thank you for that, guys. So just wanted to throw that out there. So now we dived into the analysis on the play. Now let's get into the actual pre-market chart here. So looking at the volume, not bad on the volume. I'll give OCGN that. It's not bad on the volume. As far as the price action, we're not seeing that follow through. Only up 23%. It's not up 50%, not up 60%. You didn't see that big breakout yet on it, guys. Look at it. Went on this little initial pop, came back on down. Tried to break 171s, put in the doji star, tried again, couldn't. came back on down, tried again, it couldn't. So you guys are seeing that, that weak price action. We're not seeing follow through. We're not seeing stocks break on out. We're not seeing that in this current market right now. So OCGN right now, I'm not long biased on it. At the same time, I'm not super short biased on it at the same time also. So I'm pretty much going to be, waiting and sitting on the sidelines on this one. If I had to lean towards one side, guys, to be honest, I'd probably say I'm leaning a little bit more towards the short side on it. If I have to give you my, thesis and my opinion, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the short side on it. If I had to give you my honest opinion, looking at the history of it, no history of running, we're in a slow market. Recent S1 filed a few days ago. The price action not extremely great. It's not a micro float either, so right now, I'm definitely not I'm not super on the bearish side on it because I like the volume it's doing, but I'm probably a little bit more towards a short bias standpoint on this, on OCGN, based on what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing. So that's kind of my analysis on the OCGN trade. On the OCGN stock. All right, let's move on to the next play. Let's see, NAT. Now NAT, this is a shipping stock. We did see the Galactic Index, going some crazy runs in the past few days, and NAT has been one of those sympathy plays here that's been following that action over in the shipping world. So NAT been a very strong stock the past few days here. It's gone from $2 almost to $4, almost 100% move in the past few days. Yesterday, again, you could see the trend on this play. It's continuing to close on strong, and what do we know? Stocks that continue to close on strong, are very tricky. So you guys can see on NAT. You guys can see. Look at the trend on it, guys. Strong close the next day. Boom, another run up. The next day, strong close. Boom, another day. So you can see every time the stock's closing strong, it's continuing to have another day run on the following day. So you got to see that trend. Closing strong. You could have swung this every day, and just had that follow through momentum the following day. So stocks that close strong are very for me that's a red flag for looking for a follow up short. I like to see stocks that close weak. It shows a sign of weakness. Shows that bulls who are in this at higher averages are now starting to stress on out, causing bag holders. Because think about it, if you swung this, you're chilling. You're having a good time. It's it's going on up. You're not holding the bag. So good momentum right now. Very strong stock on NAT. It is higher than the float, 130 million, but it's doing its thing. It's still doing its thing. 26% held by institutions, so kind of near that 30% number that we like. A little bit bigger in the market cap, not huge, but 400 million in the market cap on NAT. And even though this thing has been very strong these past few days, I'm still always cautious about longing after day ones. I really like longing day ones. Sometimes I'll long a day two, but very rarely. So it's not loading for some reason. I don't know why it still has the. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the E-Trade this morning. A little bit slow. I guess everything's slow right now. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so NAT here. So it has gone on the multi-day run, and I don't love longing after day ones. I like longing day one, sometimes day two, but very rarely. So always it's a little bit more risky. Longing a penny stock anytime after the day one move. So I tend to avoid these ones. But hey, if you guys want to go out and attack it, go for it. It's a strong stock right now. If I were you guys, and I was like, hey, I want to get on the NAT action. I want to look for a long. I'd probably say wait for a week open. Wait for a week open, maybe down to like 350. Look for it to base out and then take your long. Definitely, wait for some sort of pullback. Don't buy this thing into a spike into $4. That's not the smart thing to do. Wait for some sort of pullback. Wait for it to start to curling up, and then look for a long and go attack. And also NNA, same category as NAT. This is another shipping stock, maritime stock on NNA. NNA is a little bit lower in the float. This is around Yahoo has it at 7 million on NNA, but this one, see if this loads. I guess. All right, there we go. So yeah, you can see this one has gone, multi-day move here. $6 to almost $9. So this one's another sympathy play. It's getting some action, due to the the Galactic Index rates going up. So we're seeing some momentum in NNA, and hopefully we'll get some momentum in the other low float shippers. I'm still holding CTRM and EC, so really hoping some of that momentum carries over into some of these lower float shipping stocks. So that would be nice. All right, so what time we got? Sorry I haven't been able to answer any questions. Started a little late today. We got 5 minutes, so I got one more on watch. ASUR. ASUR, this was a stock that we were watching the other day, and you could see it, just a chop action, just super choppy, just the whole day it just went in a sideways channel. I feel like this was trading like the SPY. That's how I felt like that. Looking at it, I was like, this is trading just like, the SPY, going in a channel, one of these big cap stocks that, just go sideways, is so choppy. So wasn't a fan of the price action yesterday, and just didn't really give much opportunity. No breakout, no clean breakdown to the downside, so no clean cut move on this. So looking into today, we'll keep it on watch. Most likely we'll be avoiding it, but just one to watch. It didn't have that breakdown yet. It didn't have a breakout yet, so maybe today it'll have a clear cut direction over on ASUR. All right, that's gonna be it for the morning watch list. What's going on, Bike? You got ACRS on your Gap scanner? Let me see. Not seeing that on mine. Every time NAT runs 5 consecutive days, it puts in a red day. All right, yeah, we'll see. 3 strong green days in a row. We'll see what today, what's in store today for it on NNA. Definitely a catalyst there on the play. I can see here it did go on a nice run here. What do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green days in a row. Then had a little bit of a red day. Pulled back, then ripped to some new highs, and then it gave back all of its gains there. And you can see again. You can see again here. So it does have a history of going on multi-day runs, consecutive green days. So that's something to keep in mind. You can see it once again here. I don't want to count that, but it's a ton of green days in a row right there on NNA. Oh, I'm looking at NNA. Excuse me, guys. I was thinking I was looking at NAT. My bad. So it's gone on some multi-day runs back in the past. So yeah, we'll keep it on watch, guys. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. All right, OCGN. This will be our top watch out of the bell. I think most small cap traders who are here in this market are most likely focusing on OCGN this morning. We'll also be keeping on NAT this morning as well. Thomas Hardy, yep. I do this every morning. Monday through Friday. Scanners go up at 8:45, and I usually go to about 10:30, 11 Eastern time. But all right, market is about to open in the next few moments here. So OCGN will be my top watch out of the gates. You guys know I don't love trading right out of the bell, so I usually sit back tight and wait for some more chart to develop. So we're watching the volume out of the gates. We'll see if we get this morning push, this morning weak volume push into a stuff move on OCGN. That would be ideal for the the short side. Morning push, weak volume into like 170 of rejection, right around that pre-market high. That'd be ideal for the short side. So we got a little pop to 160, and you didn't get that strong morning push. There's NAT starting to pull back a little bit. We did say we could watch that around that 350 mark. Getting that little bit of a weak open. So we'll see if 350 could start to hold on that play. It could look for possible long if that's what you guys are looking for. If it does crack 350, then you want to be careful. The next line below that. I'd probably say, towards that 325 line on NAT. NAT, nice bounce off the 350 line. Hit a low a day at 351. Back at in the 360s now. So let's pay attention to the tape. Let's watch the price action here on OCGN. What do you guys see here? E-Trade, I'm seeing two upper shadows here. Seeing two upper shadows here on OCGN. Did have a lower wick there too, so this one was kind of had an upper wick and a lower wick. But that second one did have an upper wick. Now starting to push a little bit. Our line we have mapped out here is 170. So we have this 170 line mapped up. As far as the volume, looking at the volume for a $1 stock, it's not super impressive. So not doing really good volume. So we'll see if that number could change. We could start to see some better baseline volume into pops. But so far, the opening volume, nothing special. So let's see as we come up to this 170 line here. We have mapped out. We have a 170 line mapped here, and we have a 175 line mapped out there. That's the pre-market high. So watch this pop here on OCGN. See just a weak pop there. Like I said, the volume isn't great for a $1 stock. Salty for me, it's 400K is not that great for a $1 stock. That's my volume analysis. This is pretty much the same volume you saw on ASUR yesterday too, and that was an $8 stock, and saw what that one did. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. If bigger hands step in, anything is possible. But I'm not really loving the price action and in the tape so far on OCGN. And just remember the market conditions we're in right now. We're in poor market conditions. Last two times I took a long, I took a loss. Took a loss last time. The two times I long, I thought they were pretty solid setups, so I'm being very cautious on the long side. And there's NAT, very nice, perfect off the game plan on NAT. Perfect off the game plan. Week open to 350, hit a low at 351. Boom, back at 377. I didn't take that. Like I said, I don't like longing multi-day runners, but that was very nice off the game plan on NAT. I totally agree with you guys. Yeah, I know most of you guys I like longing micro floats. I like longing stocks under 5 million in float. This is a 10 million in float stock, and you can see how heavy, how thick the tape is. So, if it goes, it goes. Good for OCGN, but this is not something I'm liking too much on the long side. watch each pop being sold into as well. What's going on, Dennis? TVIX. So TVIX, it's the inverse of the overall markets. When TVIX up, usually that means the market's gonna be going down. So nice action on the TVIX right now. There's OCGN. We'll see how it looks on the pop. There's a NNA too, our shipper, hit a high of $9 right there. So we're seeing some action on some of these shippers. Just NNA, $9 now, but still nothing on the low float shippers. A little unfortunate, but just being patient with those, being patient with the lower float shippers. All right, let's see. Let's see if volume comes in here. Coming up to resistance. So we're coming up to our resistance line we have mapped out here at 170. We'll see how it reacts. We'll see if we get a hard rejection. We can start to break on out. We haven't really seen any breakouts. Even if we do, it's kind of like a fake out breakout. Like we kind of break over and then immediately reject. So we'll see how it looks coming up here to that 170 line. NNA 920s. You saying ASUR? Put up NNA. So see ASUR is looking. Yeah, hit a high of 850. Back at 820s on ASUR. No, that was weird. It changed back to 828. Something's going on with E-Trade this morning. Yeah, very light volume. Very light volume there. That's something I would be interested in longing, but we'll see. We'll see if it could get that low volume breakout. NNA here starting to squeeze. If this is your first time tuning into the stream today, we do have a Discord chat. Links down below in the description, or the Nightbot, has a link right there. It's 100% free. Definitely recommend you guys, check it out. We have over 1,300 traders in there. Great community, great group of traders. So if you guys haven't joined that yet, definitely go, join our Discord chat. Alright, let's see, NNA. NAT still grinding on NAT. I know the price is a little bit different. Doesn't this kind of feel a little bit like ASUR yesterday? Kind of feels. Let me see what ASUR did at the open. This one did have a little bit of weak open, but kind of this consolidation. No, I'm looking at the wrong time frame. The price action kind of feels a little similar. They are similar in float. Right around that 10 million in mark, so the float's a little bit similar. But kind of feels this price action a little bit similar to ASUR. The prior day. You could see the volume for $8 stock was good yesterday on ASUR. Pretty much the same volume this morning on OCGN. So we'll see. Coming up to this 170 mark, we gonna have enough volume to break it. Let's see if the bids. Pay attention to the bids. If the bids start to pull, you can see that it hit 170 and the bid started to pull. We didn't get that strong breakout, that strong push. You want to break out, when you're coming up to the resistance line. You want to see the bids, remain strong and, hold that 170 bid. But you can see how the bid just immediately pulled, put in that upper wick, and you see we rejected right there at that 170 mark. If you guys like it, you could look for it. Shut up, Siri. If you guys do like it, this could be your possible short here at 167, risking that 175 about pre-market high. That's if you guys like it. But definitely not what you want to see on a break at. And we talked about this and we went over it, what market we're in right now. In a very tricky market. And I'm not a bear, guys. I'm just being honest. I always give you my honest opinion. I love going long. I prefer going long and short. But I'm just being honest. I'm giving you guys my honest opinions here. What I'm seeing. NAT, nice. That's perfect off the 350 game plan. That's very nice there, NAT. And we're seeing NNA too, 940. So we're seeing some shipper action. Let's go, low flow shippers. You guys got to follow through. If you guys don't know, shippers usually like to run in packs. Same with the Chinese plays. You see shippers, you run in packs. One shipper starts running, we see the rest flock and follow after. Kind of see that with sometimes the China names run. You guys know when we see like. We see, I don't know, what's a good China name, like CNET or, FFHL or, one of those China names, we always see, like, all of them, like, come together and start, running in sympathy with, like, the leader. Thought that was your phone? Yeah, Siri is annoying. Yeah, so what I'm thinking we're going to see here on OCGN, we could see a possible rug pull here. Could see a possible rug pull, or we could see a volume push here, So let's see what happens here on OCGN. Rug pull is when the support pulls. So right now current support, you could say it's at 165. So I would say like the support just lifts, and whoever's there at 165, you have this bidder here. He pulls his order, and thing comes crashing down. And remember, this play does have SSR on. It does have short sale restriction. It does make it a little bit tougher for the shorts to push it on down. Because you can't SSR on. You can't short on the bid side. You got to get filled on the ask. So it makes it a little bit tougher to push it on down. So it's not going to be. It could be, but most of the time these are tougher faders. So that's kind of. And that kind of makes it a little bit tricky, jumping in on the short side, May not be as easy as a fade as you think it may be. Yeah, good call. NAT, a little bit of a bull flag there. A little bit of a bull flag. So you guys see you have the strong pull. So sideways consolidation and a nice volume push, over 390. So NAT, very strong stock the past few days. Very strong stock. Definitely be careful with that one on the short side. Wait for some sort of red day or wait for some sort of weakness because this thing has not been weak. Every day, just intraday action extremely strong on NAT. Anyone caught this on the week open dip on NAT? Congrats to you. Great Nice play there. You guys caught that one. What happens when it breaks 175? Well, we could see two things. Well, side note, look at NNA still grinding. I think just grinding on low volume, 950s now. Could see $10 on this thing today. Yeah. So what I was saying on for OCGN, what we could see. Well, wait, see if we get this rug pull here. Watch the bids. Yep, bids pulled there. We could see this thing, start to dump on off now. Could see a big dump here on OCGN, guys. Rug pull there. And you can see it's not, if this wasn't SSR, I'm sure this thing would have had a bigger wash. I'm sure it would have had a bigger wash because I'm sure shorts would have started to hammer in here. Right, seeing that 165 rug pull, I'm sure shorts would have hammered in here, but they can't because SSR is on. Well, you guys see this slow grinding action, just the tape's just looking really weak, it's not looking very strong, and, just got that rug pull. Just the price action there wasn't strong on the play on OCGN. I was thinking hard about a 167 short, but, I just didn't pull it. Still being very safe in this market. So I didn't get involved with it, but if anyone caught that on the short side around that 167 area, great job. You saw that volume push over 170. You saw the bids pulled and got that rejection there, and that was your short entry right there, 167, risking 175. Good risk reward. You could be looking to take half here or take some off here as we come on down. Yeah, unfortunately, E-Trade doesn't have SSR here, but if you guys have, Dash Trader, it says it right there on the level 2 that short sale restriction is on. Anyone take the OCGN short or the NAT long? Yeah, DOS is awesome. I love DOS. I wouldn't fight NAT short. I'd be waiting for more, some sort of bearish confirmation on it. It's just been an absolute monster the past few days on NAT. Especially when we have these consecutive days closing strong. It's just it's kind of playing with fire. You're fighting. It's like you're fighting against a trend. You're fighting against a trend. You wait for some sort of bearish confirmation. Honestly, if I was saying NAT short, what I would be looking for, I'd be waiting some sort of kind of like a curl down breakdown of 350, then a retest of 350, and then a rejection. Then I would look for a possible short. If you could break down at 350, retest 350, reject, boom, short there. Risking that 350 or some overhead resistance. That would be my short signal. That would show me that all right, today is looking pretty weak on it. Today could be the possible red day. We're seeing it breakdown of major support levels. It retested it and it rejected. To me, that's a short signal on NAT. Yep, you gotta wait for the backside move. TOPS, seeing some low flow shippers, pop around, TOPS here. Hopefully we see some follow through momentum on these shippers. Follow the lead of the NATs and the NNAs. There's OCGN, 155. So this thing could be seeing sub 150 in the near future. Did anyone take any trades so far? I like hearing you guys, took in any trade. Like seeing what you guys are up to, what you guys are trading. Institutional ownership. Nice, Casper. You took 2 trades. Yeah, I'd have to go on Yahoo Finance. Let me do that real quick. It's not found, so either we don't have any institutional or insider ownership. It's just not updated on that ticker. OCGN, still holding that 150 line. It's yet to crack. You want to wait for 150 to crack, and to me that would be the backside of the move. You could have taken this short into the parabolic on the risking the pre-market highs or the 170 level. That was an option. But I would say I'm not saying the short, the 150 breakdown, because it's not enough meat on it. For looking for the breakdown short, which sometimes I will do, but it'll need to have much meat on the bone. It'll need to be up a lot more, and I would have to wait for a breakdown and retest of that line for another rejection for confirmation. But in this case, we're not up enough. But what I'm just saying is that I would say below 150 would be the backside on OCGN. So if you guys are long, I would say you could play off the 150 line. If you want to be more aggressive, there is 140, but yeah, I would say the 150 line would be that backside for me. Let's go. We get hit with another ad, guys. Got hit with another ad. Yeah, I'm not playing any music. Must be an ad. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. Just pull up Yahoo Finance, and I guess to just hit us with an ad right there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can't even hear the music, guys. I don't have speakers. At least I don't have my speakers turned on. NAT pulling back here. So we'll see if this thing's gonna crack that 350 line. We'll see if it holds. A pretty aggressive selling pressure so far since the 390s. Oh, if you guys are hearing like a drone sound, that's the neighbor. They have the landscapers going. Yeah, I would say it's a pullback. It's not dumping. I would say it's starting to like dump on off. If 350 cracks, then I would say it's starting to dump off. This is just a pullback to me. You may think otherwise, but for me, this is a pullback on NAT. If it cracks 350, I would say yeah, it's starting to dump on off. It's really starting to reverse now, because 350 is my backside line. 350 would be that backside line for me on NAT. Below that, it could still, trap, and it could still squeeze. So we could put NAT on the chart here. OCGN yet to crack 350. We'll see if we could reclaim this VWAP mark and see what it could do from there. It's kind of weird. I haven't tracked it, but some of these top gainers the last few days, they've been just going like sideways all day. Anyone else notice that? Like ASUR, PFNX, like we've been seeing these top gainers just go sideways all day. It sucks, just no action, just going sideways all day. Like, no downside move, no upside move. It's been pretty crappy action. So let's see NAT here. Let's see if it's gonna pull this 350 line. Map up this 350 line. Kind of our bottom support right here on NAT. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes Trade Ideas doesn't pick up everything. I would probably say it picks up 98%, 99% of the plays. But there are sometimes, very rarely, that it won't pick up something. Yep, I'd say below that 150 line on OCGN. But right now it is holding 155. NAT could still trap, guys. It could still trap. It still didn't crack that 350 line. Remember, there's still plenty of meat on this thing. It's up from $2, so there's plenty of meat on this thing. It could have a major red day if it cracks 350 and continues to fizzle out all day. Let's see, EDSA, MGI, TNP. PFNX, $9. The PFNX, finally after, 2 days, finally made its move there. it's just another slow day so far. No trades for me. Still holding my shipping holds. That's it right now. Only positions I'm in at the moment. NAT still holding up. They're still holding here. Watch the tape, around this 360 area. Watch for some soaking on the bid side. And watch for some selling pressure into these pops. So just keep an eye on the level 2 and tape here. See how it reacts around this 360 line. Well, support's back at 350. How are my swings doing? Kind of like break-even prices right now. Kind of break-even prices. CTRM, kind of around my entry. I'm in around that 310 area. And EC. How's EC looking? EC, I'm down like 2 cents on it. So kind of around the break-even on those two plays. Right now it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock right now. So right now, if you guys have any questions you want to ask, any topics you want to talk about, good time for some questions right now if you guys have any. Because right now he's looking a little bit slow. Nothing of interest at the moment, for a day trade. Nothing of interest at the moment. We did see OCGN offer a nice short opportunity here up here. Did not take that. NAT, we did call out the week open 350 and it had a nice push near 4. But right now in this market, it's not time for me to be aggressive. These could have been trades I would have possibly looking to take in a hotter market. But right now I'm still being safe. I'm being safe at the moment. And there's NAT, guys. Still being a little tricky. Still being a little tricky. It didn't crack 350 yet. Didn't crack that mark yet. So we're still on the front side of the move. Anything I'm watching for a swing trade? Nothing besides my shippers. I haven't seen anything. And to be honest, I haven't really looked aggressively. So far, I'm still playing around, guys, in a simulator with some swing trades. Like I said, my specialty is day trading. That's where I excel at. That's where I make my money. That's where I do well. Looking for for day trades. So in the simulator, I'm still working on my game. Still trying to improve on that. But some of my swings I've been testing have been working out pretty well. But if I do see anything I like, if I enter anything on a swing, I'll let you guys know 100%. Ceiling Trader, you're out? Alright, take care, man. Thanks again for tuning on into the stream. Jeremiah, you too. Have a good one. Thanks again. let's see. I classify for the day trader tax status. Uh, to qualify for that, I'm not sure every single qualification you need for that, but I know you gotta they really gotta see you doing this full time. Taking a lot of trades, having an account over the PDT rule to qualify for day trader tax status. But I'm not like super familiar with all that stuff. I know like the basics of it, but I don't want to speak on it too much because I don't know every single detail about it. But you guys could Google that and see like what you need for day trader tax status. FEYE. FEYE here, putting in lower highs, so kind of the opposite of higher lows. You can see, put in a spike here, retested, put in a lower high, retested, put in a lower high, put in a lower high. So this offered a nice short opportunity. Now coming now near the lows here, so I'd say be careful on this one. On the long side. Bike. You got I'm not sure to be 100% honest with you. That's something I talked to my accountant about that. So I'm not 100% sure. I just know for tax purposes, it gives you a lot of benefits. Being under the day trader tax status, it gives you a lot of benefits for tax purposes. So I know not being under that, you get taxed on your losses, and they really beat you up. When you're not, and when you don't have day trader tax status. So right now it's 10:10. Things are a little slow right now. Uh, I'll probably wrap it up maybe in another 10, 15 more minutes. Usually like to go a little longer when it's hotter, but things are a little on the slower end right now. Yeah, guys, a topic I would like to talk about, but like I said, I don't want to spread, false information because, I'm not too entirely sure myself, how, that works. Something my accountant helps me out with. I go to him, and helps me out with that stuff. But what I know is that qualifying for day trader tax status gives you a huge benefit. Come tax season, uh, save you some money if you can qualify for it. Then I definitely recommend for you guys to to try to qualify for it. I know you get you get checked and see if you qualify for it. Now, not everyone could qualify for it. Like I said, you need to be above the PDT rule. You need to take a certain amount of trades a year, a certain amount of hours. You have to be at your desk. And I know they're pretty strict with it. Qualifying for day trader tax status. It's not easy to qualify for it. I don't think you have to make 4 day trades a week. I don't think you have to make 4 a week. I mean, excuse me, a day. I think it's like a certain amount of trades, executions within the year you have to qualify for. And yeah, I know they're pretty strict about it. They're pretty strict about it. It's not something that everyone could go walk in and get qualified for. And yeah, NAT had a bit of a crack right there. So we'll see if this thing could trade below 350. See if it can trade below that 350 mark. You see, we did put in a pretty high volume bar there on that dip below 350. We'll see if it could trade below that number at 350 mark. So right now it's 10:14. I'll probably give it another like 5-6 minutes, and we'll call it a day. Call it a day. It's already Wednesday. Wow, it's already Wednesday. Halfway through this week. Okay, yeah. So Jason saying 75% trading days of the year to qualify, and I know that's just one of the qualifications. I know there's multiple of them you have to qualify for. They have like a checklist, and you have to meet every single requirement to get that status. I know when I was going through it, I think they said that since I don't have any other full time job, that it helped me a lot. This is like my full time job, so I know that helped me a lot. They were saying. So I'll just say this: if you guys are full time traders and you have an account over PDT rule and you trade majority of the year, then I would say go look into getting day trader tax status. That's what I'll say. Yeah, OCGN going sideways. That's funny because I was just talking about this like 20 minutes ago, how each gapper we're seeing like the past week or so, have been just going sideways all day. They go on like this initial pop, give back its gains, and then go sideways all day. It's ridiculous. We saw it yesterday with ASUR. We saw it with PFNX. We've been seeing it on these top gappers. They're just going sideways all day. Yeah, it's nice. So you guys don't have to worry about that because you're in Canada. Yeah, that's nice. To be honest, Jason, I don't even remember. It was a while ago. I got that done. Jason, if you're interested, I'll I could send you a website, referral, someone who does do it online if you're interested in looking into it. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. I'll probably wrap it up, guys, in the next like 2-3 minutes. One thank you once again for everyone tuning into today's live stream. I appreciate it a lot, especially during these these slow times. It's good seeing all you guys show your support and still tune on into the live streams. Sorry, guys, just muted the mic there for a second. Let's see. Oh wow, OCGN here, 148. Nice. Great job if anyone caught this on the short side. Very nice. Honestly, happy to see that. It's much better than seeing this go sideways all day, right? Awesome, Norbert. Thanks, man. That means a lot. It really does. Seeing how I'm helping some of you guys out. Appreciate that. But right now at 10:21, I'm probably gonna wrap up the live stream now. And there goes NAT also falling after OCGN. So this one started to break down a bit. So that being said, I'm gonna wrap up today's live stream. Thank you all once again for tuning on in. I'll see you guys all in the Discord chat, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Coming out to this end of this week. We'll see if we get some more momentum tomorrow. So once again, thank you guys, and that's gonna be it for me. Peace.